All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to what we're going to be calling Gordon's Sunday Shorts. Basically, where me and a couple cold beers sit down and talk a little sports with you. We're going to pick a topic. We're going to try to stay on topic. We're going to drink a couple cold beers and have a good time. So, here's to you. Tonight, we're going to be talking NCAA basketball because it's March and because my Red Raiders just lost tonight. I'm a little disappointed, but I'm really proud of these guys. And I want to start tonight by saying first, salut and prost and cheers. All right, so the first thing I want to say tonight, I am disappointed my team lost. I'm not disappointed in the team. I'm disappointed that my team lost. I want to make that very clear because I cannot express how incredibly impressed I am with each and every young man and woman that is playing in the NCAA tournament this year. For both men and women, obviously. Holy cow, they've been through a lot. I mean, we're talking canceled practices, canceled tournament, right? They canceled the whole tournament last year. Canceled practices, canceled tournament, canceled games, postponed games. They have put so much in front of these kids and said, hey, good luck. And we're getting some fantastic games. I mean, this has been one of the best Marches I can remember in a long time. I want to start with some fun facts for you about Chris Beard. Man, if you don't like Chris Beard, you must not be listening to what this guy has to say. No, I mean, this guy, big fan. Big fan. First off, Street Dog's going to Street Dog. That's me. Street Dogs. So Chris Beard ends the 2020-2021 tournament with 9 NCAA tournament wins. 9. In 4 years at Tech. That is the 4 years that the tournament happened, right? So like there is a bit of a disparity because the tournament didn't happen last year, but in that time, 9 wins. So he's 9-3 in the tournament. I just want to point out really quickly, the 2 of those losses were to the team that would eventually become the national champion. Obviously, one was in the national championship. So, full disclosure, that's where we are. And thanks to Eric Kelly at Eric Kelly TV on Twitter, he posted several names, but 2 stuck out to me. He said, how rare is that he did it in 4 years? Like, well, let's take a look. So, Tom Izzo, famed Michigan State coach. If you don't know who Tom Izzo is, man, I'm not even a huge college basketball guy. I don't know who Tom Izzo is. Took him 5 years at Michigan State. It's not bad. It's not bad at all, right? It's really not. Coach K, there's a name that everybody knows. If you've even looked at a basketball in your life, you should know who Coach Mike Krzyzewski, good luck spelling that, is. It took him 7 years at Duke. And I understand he turned that program around. I do. I get it. Chris Beard. I mean, prior to Chris Beard, the biggest claim for Texas Tech men's basketball was the fact that Bob Knight had been our coach. And then his son, Pat Knight, had been our coach. Right? Like, that was it. And Chris Beard is he's just out here doing his thing. So, shout out to Chris Beard. Thank you, Coach. We all appreciate you. What you've done is remarkable. What you have accomplished is remarkable. What you plan to accomplish is remarkable. So there's that. There's my Texas Tech spiel. Let's look over some games today. Can we talk about Loyola Chicago here? I mean, oh gosh. Like, Sister Jean, I don't know what she's 101 years old. Can we just say that whatever Sister Jean, whatever they put in her water, they put in all these guys. I mean, listen, I refuse to call them. Somebody posted this earlier and I for the life of me, I apologize. Somebody posted on Twitter. I can't find the tweet. And I want to apologize because what I'm about to say is absolutely, it's a ripoff of what they said. Do not, under any circumstances, call this team a Cinderella story. They dominated number 1 ranked Illinois from reel to reel, right? 71-58. I watched the game. I never, at any point in the game, I mean, at the end, the Illini gave a fight, right? The Fighting Illini fought. I never felt like Loyola didn't have a shot at this game. I never felt like, oh, here it is. This is the point where Loyola loses the game. I never felt that moment. That moment never happened. Man, these guys look good. Holy cow, they look good. I'm not calling them an underdog. I'm calling them here, and they are ready. They showed up. Sister Jean is praying. These boys are ready to go. They are not here to win hearts and minds. They're here to win hardware, folks. Mark it down. They are ready. I don't care who you took. If you get a chance at another bracket, maybe consider running these guys to the national championship game. They are here for hardware. I respect that. I'm saying it. They don't have to. Sister Jean is just praying for... I don't know what maybe she's just out there saying the rosary. I don't know what she's doing, but it's working. Whatever she is doing is working. Syracuse beat West Virginia, 75-72. Tough day if you're a Big 12 guy like I am. Tough day for Big 12. Baylor won 76-63 over Wisconsin. Good win. Solid win. Baylor's looked good. Baylor has looked good. West Virginia lost by 3. Tech lost by 2. Oklahoma State lost by 10. If I'm honest, I watched the game. At least the last, half I had to work. Yeah. Bills don't pay themselves. But the game was a little closer than 10 points, I think. I think that the 10 points is largely indicative of Oklahoma State chunking it up at the end. I felt like they had a really good rhythm. If I'm honest with you guys, I was throwing money behind Oklahoma State there at the end. I really thought they were going to pull it out. I got some obnoxious odds. But I really felt like they were going to pull it out, largely because they looked ready. And and they were after it. I felt like they were here for it. So, but didn't turn out well. If you're a fan of Texas, 50-50 day. Baylor and Houston won. Number 2 ranked Houston. In their region, 63-60 over Rutgers. A little bit closer than you'd like to see, right? Final score-wise. Not terrible, though. Not the end of the world, certainly. Tech obviously losing by 2 to Arkansas. Close game. Nail-biter of a game. But also, if I could name a Cinderella of this, especially now that we're going to the, to the second round, essentially. Man. Hey. Listen, Oral Roberts, I'm here for it, folks. I am here for Oral Roberts. Mark it down, take a picture. Oh boy, I am here for it. I'm 100% here for it. The round of 32 has been a banger of a round. I mean, it has been here. Sweet 16 matchups already looking like Baylor-Villanova. I think that's going to be a good game, as it should be. Arkansas-Oral Roberts. Hey, listen, as a Tech fan, part of me wants Arkansas to win and go on to win the national championship, just because if that happens, that means Chris Beard is 9-3, and all 3 losses come to the eventual national champion. But, man, Oral Roberts, come on. Loyola Chicago is going to face Oregon State, who did beat out Big 12. Oklahoma State played a good game, like I said at the end, just not enough time. Syracuse squeaked by West Virginia, and Houston squeaked by Rutgers. So I think that's actually going to be a decent game. Could be wrong. I've been wrong a lot. You'll find out. I'm wrong a lot, but it's fun to be wrong. My game of the day tomorrow. I'm going to give you guys 2 to watch tomorrow. I think both of these games are going to be a lot of fun. Monday, March 22nd. I'll give you 3, actually. I'm going to give you a third one. Oregon, Iowa is going to be my kicker. And it's only one that I want to point out for one reason. Oregon is in this round because of COVID protocol. I'm not sure there's a precedent for that. Oregon is literally in this round because their opponent had a guy come up with a COVID test that was positive. So, while I don't have a problem with the protocol, I understand the situation. I understand the necessity for it. we haven't seen Oregon play. We've seen all these other teams play, right? We've seen these guys come out. We've seen these guys say, okay, cool, look, we're ready. We watched Iowa play against Grand Canyon. Very, very enthusiastic Grand Canyon, by the way. Shout out Grand Canyon University. Good luck to those guys. A growing university. You got to love it. You got to love to see a university that's growing, trying to get their student population involved. A lot of excitement. A lot of things to be excited about there, right? Oregon didn't even play VCU. And let's be honest, VCU is a team you got to watch out for. They don't have Shaka Smart anymore. They're not necessarily running the havoc defense that he ran there. I also think that's part of the reason Texas is struggling, because that's what made Shaka Smart. But I'm interested to see what happens. I thought Iowa played really well, won by 12. Oregon, we didn't get to see play at all. So I don't actually know how they're going to do, right? Like I really don't know. So that's my kicker game for you guys to watch. I think that's going to be I think it's going to be an interesting game. I don't know who's going to do what. I think Oregon's going to be struggling against Rust. Man, how long has it been since they played, right? Like that's a tough thing to put on a team. But my games to actually watch, I'll give you two. Number one, Colorado State, Florida. I'm sorry, backwards. Colorado, Florida State. I think it's going to be a game. It's a 4 seed and a 5 seed. If you watch their first games, which I hope you did, I hope you're getting to watch all of these games. Florida State looked good. No two ways about it. Florida State looked good. They dismantled Georgetown. I'm sorry, other way around. Florida State looked really good against UNC Greensboro. Colorado dismantled Georgetown. Now, I don't know if Georgetown is a great team. I'm always a fan of a 12-5 upset. If I'm looking for upsets, I'm picking 12-5s, right? That's where I'm looking. I feel like the 12s a lot of times kind of get in, and they have a better team maybe than what people think. And they got a shot. They feel confident. They're like, hey, we didn't get ranked last. We got a number 5 seed. We got, hey, 12-5. We can do something here. I think there's a lot to be said there. Georgetown did not live up to that billing. Not even close. Florida State played really well against UNC Greensboro. Won by 10. I think that's going to be a good game. I really do. I think that's going to be a fantastic game. The other game that I'm keeping an eye on, admittedly, this is a little bit biased because I am from the state of Texas. Abilene Christian, UCLA. UCLA beat BYU by 9. I'm sorry, by 11. I really didn't think BYU was going to be that great in this tournament. I actually, before the tournament, a friend and I went through, and when we got to that game, because we did this before the first 4, I said, look, I'll take the field versus BYU. It's not that I was that confident BYU would lose. It was that I was that confident that they were not that spectacular. And losing by 11 kind of proves my point. But I think UCLA Abilene Christian is going to be a good game. You're talking 11 versus 14. UCLA coming off a big win against BYU. Abilene Christian coming off of a potentially bigger win. I mean, a 14 versus 3. Woo! A 14 seed made it through. I mean, let me say that again. A 14 seed made it through. For the record, the only seed, Oral Roberts is a 15 seed. That's as close as it gets. I mean, Oral Roberts made it to that round. North Texas was 13. Ohio is a 13 rank. Oregon State's 12. Syracuse is 11. They're the only 14 guys. That's it. It's them. So Abilene Christian out here. Just, I don't even want to talk about that game. That was a heartbreaker for my wallet. Although, admittedly, by the end of it, I was like, look, Texas isn't going to cover, so obviously go Abilene Christian, because I would rather them win in the first place. So, to wrap this all up, big day tomorrow for basketball games. If you have a job where you work at a desk, make sure that you sign into NCAA.com and be ready to go. If you do not have a job where you work at a desk, bring your headphones and hook your phone up to something and listen. 4:15 Eastern, that's going to be 3:15 Central. Abilene Christian UCLA game goes live. That's one of the big ones. 11:10 a.m. Eastern, 10:10 a.m. Central. Oregon, Iowa. The kicker game, like I said. And then 6:45 Eastern, 5:45 Central. Colorado, Florida State. Those are my 3 games to watch tomorrow. Those are the 3 games I think they're going to be the most interesting. Having said that, Ohio does play Creighton at 4:10 Central. Oklahoma plays Gonzaga at 1:40 Central. 1:40 Eastern, 12:40 Central. I think Gonzaga's going to run away with that one. I really do. Oklahoma's not a bad team. I think they're a good squad. I just don't think they're going to hang with the Zags. LSU and Michigan could be fun. LSU looked pretty good, won by 15 against St. Bonaventure. Michigan won by 16 against Texas Southern. Could be a fun game. But yeah, I'm hanging my hat on the Colorado State, Florida State, and the UCLA Abilene Christian games. I really hope I'm right on those. If I'm not, I'm sure you guys will let me know. So until next week, as we get ready for baseball. Hint, next weekend will probably be kind of a mashup of 2 because I can't not talk about baseball. So maybe you'll get a double episode or maybe you'll get a longer episode. We'll see. So tune in next week to see what we talk about. And by we, I mean me. I talk, you listen. This is Gordon's Sunday Shorts. We'll see you next time.